stuffing everywhere, stuffing. Why are you doing this? What is your biggest dream, your ultimate life goal? Does the current content that you are creating align with that dream that you have set in your mind right now? So, fun fact, when I first started YouTube, I used to watch a lot of prank videos, a lot of like couples prank videos, and I would watch them. I would sit there and I would be laughing. I would be like, ha 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 ha. And whenever I started my YouTube channel, I was convinced that because I was watching all of these prank videos and they would get a lot of engagement and I would see them get a lot of likes, that making prank videos was what I needed to do in order for my channel to grow. And I could not have been any more wrong. You see, the prank videos didn't work because making prank videos does not align with my purpose at all, not whatsoever. It doesn't even have anything to do with the goals that I've set for my life outside of YouTube and outside of content creation. So making pranks was never my thing. Never did I ever think it was my thing until I started looking at other people and what kind of content they pushed out in order to get their page to grow. That's the only reason why I thought that that's what I needed to be doing. But in all reality, that literally was never even on my mind, never even was on the radar when I started my channel. Do I even look like a girl that would do pranks? Do I look like a prank girl? Like, immediately no. Immediately the freak no. That just goes to show how big of an impact social media has on our lives. Social media and watching what other people do, that has a huge impact on our lives. And comparison, everybody always says comparison is the thief of joy, and it is. Comparison can also be the thief of growth too as well. If you're too busy trying to be like somebody else, or trying to get growth the same way somebody else did, or trying to follow someone else's journey, then more than likely you're gonna find yourself stagnant, because what God has in store for that person is not what God has in store for you. Your journey and their journey is supposed to look different. It's not supposed to be the same. So sometimes we get caught up in these struggles and we don't even realize that we're caught up in it, right? So the first thing I challenge you to do, if you are somebody and you feel like you might be struggling with this similar issue of not knowing if you're being yourself in your content, is ask yourself, is this something that I would do if I wasn't a content creator? In the beginning of my content creation journey, I went through a phase of thinking I had to have makeup on in every single video that I posted. Like, I just thought, if I don't have makeup on, I can't film today. That was the struggle that I had. I thought that I wouldn't grow if I got on camera with no makeup on. And of course, part of that probably came from watching my fashion girlies and my beauty girlies on here looking amazing, looking bomb with their full face and full glam. Y'all look good, okay? But the reality of the situation is I do not wear makeup every day. I do not wear it every day. And especially now, since I feel like I done got my skin together, I definitely don't wear makeup every day. Little side note, if y'all are interested in seeing how I got rid of my dark spots, I have a video on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. But back to the point, I am not one of those girlies that, gets up and puts a full face on to go to the grocery store. That is just not me. And sometimes me and Rico go on dates and I don't even put makeup on, so it's just like, what am I doing? Putting makeup, thinking I need to put makeup on for every single video that I post. That is not me. So what ended up happening was, when I was trying to force myself to put makeup on before every single video, I ended up losing a little bit of love for the process, right? Because I was doing something that, I didn't traditionally do. I was doing something that didn't align with my regular personality. Like, I would never just get up and put makeup on for no reason. So I ended up not pushing out content for weeks because I was operating under this preconceived notion that, if you don't film a video with makeup on, then you can't film. And so that ended up causing me to go ghost on my channel for a long time, because I was just struggling with that whole concept, that whole idea of, the way I thought I should be looking on camera. And this is not an easy thing to talk about, right? This is not something that most people go and broadcast like, oh, I was not being myself on camera. Like, people don't typically get on here and talk about this. But I think a lot of people do struggle with it, and if me putting myself out there is gonna help somebody else or the next creator who's coming up and is kind of battling the same things as I did, then hey, whatever, it's worth it. As far as the makeup thing goes, I had placed an unrealistic expectation on myself that I thought people cared about, when in reality nobody cared if I had makeup on in the video or not. Like, nobody was really just checking for that. But I had convinced myself that they were, because I was watching other women on other channels. So that was a huge struggle for me. There are some people who do put makeup on every day to go do everyday things, and I think that's great. That's a part of their personality. That is what they do. Like, for example, my granny, she will put makeup on to go through a drive-thru, like to go through the drive-thru at Wendy's. Like, she will put makeup on to just go do anything, and that is a part of her personality. She's not a grandma, she's a glamma. That's what she is. She's a glamma. But that is a part of her personality, so it would make sense for her to do that and have makeup on in her YouTube videos, because that's just what she does on a normal basis. But for somebody like me, who like literally could go months without wearing makeup, now at this point in my life where I am now, back in high school or back probably freshman year of college, that might have been more me putting makeup on to do everyday things, because I was wearing a lot more makeup back then. But now, where I'm at now, baby, I do not be putting makeup on. So I do not need to be thinking that I need to put makeup on for every single one of my videos. I don't need to be thinking that. That doesn't align with my personality. That doesn't align with who I am now. So that thought out of my head. A big thing that might help you in your journey of trying to figure out if you are being yourself on camera is, before you post a video, ask a family member or friend that you trust, like that you really trust, to look over your video and tell you if your true personality is shining through. Trust me, I know this can be super duper scary. I know this can be super duper scary. It almost seems like you're opening a door for somebody to judge you. But that's why I'm putting emphasis on someone that you trust, someone that knows you well, someone that is not negative, someone that is not pessimistic, someone who truly knows you and truly supports your content creation journey fully. If it is that person and they give you feedback, then it really can be eye-opening and tell you some things about your content that maybe you wouldn't traditionally get from an audience, right? Like, nobody in your comments is gonna be like, oh, you're not being yourself. You know, well, I ain't gonna say that, ain't nobody gonna say that, but you know, typically people don't go in the comments and be like, oh, you're not being yourself, because those people don't know you. They don't know what yourself is. But people that actually know you and are your friends and your family, they will know if you're being yourself, or you know, if you are straying a little bit away from that personality. Sometimes if you want it to be a more individual type of journey and you don't want to include anybody else in it, you can even ask yourself, you know, what is the purpose of this video that I'm posting? What do I want people to get out of this? Now, the answer can be as lighthearted as, you know, I want to make people laugh, or I want someone to smile after they see this video. Or it can be as deep as helping someone tackle their insecurities and be more confident. It all just depends on you, your content, and your purpose, and what you want people to get from you. The common thread amongst all these creators that I really love watching is that they all just really seem like they are genuinely being themselves. And you know, them being themselves on the camera gives me a sense of comfort, you know, to want to keep on watching and get to know them more. So me as a viewer, am I pushing out what I would want to look at? Do I get the same feeling from my content that I would get from another creator's content that, you know, I watch on a day-to-day basis? Now, I want to be very clear. This video is not to bash anyone at all by any means. The world around us is just changing so fast, and social media influences us sometimes in ways that we are not even aware of, you guys. It can influence us in so many ways, from like huge life decisions to like what we eat for breakfast or what we eat for lunch every day. I struggled a lot before I found my groove in my content creation journey. And if it wasn't for a lot of self-reflection, I would still be going through the phase of doing things that don't align with my purpose. YouTube, for most people, I'm not gonna say for everybody, because there are people who kind of like are outliers, but YouTube for most people is a long game. It is a long game. It is not a come up quick scheme. The best way to navigate this is by being you, because anybody can do a haul or a vlog or a how-to and upload it. But your personality, the little tidbits that make you you and that make you unique are what's going to keep people around. And don't get me wrong, this is not an easy thing to do. This is not an easy concept to navigate, right? That's why content creation is not for everybody. That's why YouTubing is not for everybody. And you realize that people literally just want to see you, and they typically don't care what state it's in. You know, you could be on here with a bonnet, you could be on here, you know, no makeup, pimples on your face, you know, all of that. You could be on here looking any type of way, and more than likely people will still watch you because they can relate to that. Most of us don't wake up in full glam. Like, come on now. And when you start trying to kind of like mimic somebody else's journey, you could be missing out on a whole audience out there that might have really loved just you. If you're watching this video right now and you realize that you haven't been being you, it's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Now that you know, you can begin your journey of self-discovery and realignment and figuring out what your purpose is. You know, what do you want to make people feel? What do you want to offer the world? What do you want people to get from each video that they watch from you? Nobody can figure that out for you. I can't figure that out for you. The person next to you can't. Your family member can't. Your mom, your dad, your friend cannot. But when you do figure it out, I can't wait to see what you bring to the table. Now, if you like this video, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up, please, if you don't mind, friend. And look around on my channel while you at it. And if you love what you see, then go ahead and subscribe and join our family, okay? Okay. XOXO, Aniyah and Shay.